In the name of the Lord of Initiation. Amen. When I fly and I alight as a hawk, of mother of emerald are my mighty swooping wings. 2. I swoop down upon the black earth, and it gladdens into green at my coming. 3, children of earth! Rejoice! Rejoice exceedingly! For your salvation is at hand. The end of sorrow is come. I will ravish you away into mine unutterable joy. I will kiss you and bring you to the bridal. I will spread a feast before you in the house of happiness. 6. I am not come to rebuke you or to enslave you. 7. I bid you not turn from your voluptuous ways, from your idleness, from your follies. But I bring you joy to your pleasure, peace to your languor, wisdom to your folly. 9. All that ye do is right, if so be that ye enjoy it. 10. I am come against sorrow, against weariness, against them that seek to enslave you. In the name of the Lord of Initiation. Amen. 1. I fly and I light as an hawk. Of mother of emerald are my mighty sweeping wings. 2. I swoop down upon the black earth, and it gladdens into green at my coming. 3, children of earth, rejoice! Rejoice exceedingly! For your salvation.
Honesty, man. Man. Look at this nigga.
Vice, nothing at mine altar. I am the God who giveth all. 21 light, life, love, force, fantasy, fire. These do I bring you. Mine hands are full of these. 22. There is joy in the setting out. There is joy in the journey. There is joy in the goal. 21. Only if ye are sorrowful or weary or angry or discomforted, then ye may know that ye have lost the golden thread, the thread wherewith I guide you to the heart of the grooves of Eleusis. 24. My disciples are proud and beautiful. They are strong and swift. They rule their way like mighty conquerors. 25. The weak, the timid, the imperfect, the cowardly, the poor, the tearful. These are mine enemies, and I am come to destroy them. 26. This also is compassion, an end to the sickness of earth, a rooting out of the weeds, a watering of the flowers. not fade in your season. 28. I love you. I would sprinkle you with the divine dew of immortality. 29. This immortality is no vain hope beyond the grave. I offer you the certain consciousness of bliss. 30. I offer it at once on earth, before an hour hath struck upon the bell. Ye shall be with me in the abodes that are beyond decay. 31. Also I give you power earthly and joy earthly, wealth and health and length of days. Adoration and love shall cling to your feet and twine around your heart. 32. Only your mouths shall drink of a delicious wine, the wine of Icus. They shall reach ever to the heavenly kiss of the beautiful God. 33. I reveal unto you a great mystery. Ye stand between the abyss of height and the abyss of depth. 37. And eager awaits you a companion, and that companion is yourself. 35. Ye can have no other companion. 36. Many have arisen being wise. They have said, seek out the glittering image in the place ever golden, and unite yourselves with it. 37. Many have arisen being foolish. They have said, stoop down unto the darkly splendid world and be wedded to that blind creature of the slime. 38. I who am beyond wisdom and folly, arise and say unto you, achieve both weddings. Unite yourselves with both. 59. Beware, beware, I say, lest ye seek after the one and lose the other. 40. My adepts stand upright, their head above the heavens, their feet below the heavens. 40. 40. My adepts stand upright, their head above the heavens, their feet below the hells. I ask you to sacrifice nothing at mine altar. I am the God who giveth all. 21 light, life, love, force, fantasy, fire. These do I bring you. Mine hands are full of these. 22. There is joy in the setting out. There is joy in the journey. There is joy in the goal. 23. Only if ye are sorrowful or weary or angry or discomforted, then ye may know that ye have lost the golden thread, the thread wherewith I guide you to the heart of the groves of Eleusis. My disciples are proud and beautiful. They are strong and swift. They rule their way like mighty conquerors. 25. The weak, the timid, the imperfect, the cowardly, the poor, the tearful, these are mine enemies. And I am come to destroy them. 26. This also is compassion, an end to the sickness of earth, a rooting out of the weeds, a watering of the flowers. would sprinkle you with the divine dew of immortality. 29. This immortality is no vain hope beyond the grave. I offer you the certain consciousness of bliss. 30. I offer it at once on earth. Before an hour had struck upon the bell, ye shall be with me in the abodes that are beyond decay. 31. Also, I give you power, earthly and joy, earthly wealth and health and length of days. Adoration and love shall cling to your feet and twine around your heart. 31. Your mouth shall drink of a delicious wine, the wine of Iacus. They shall reach ever to the heavenly kiss of the beautiful God. 31. I reveal unto you a great mystery. Ye stand between the abyss of height and the abyss of depth. 31. In either awaits you a companion, and that companion is yourself. 31. Ye can have no other companion. 31. Many have arisen, being wise. They have said, seek out the glittering image in the place ever golden, and unite yourselves with it. 30 then. Many have arisen, being foolish. They have said, stoop down to the darkly splendid world and be wedded to that blind creature of the slime. 34. When beyond wisdom and folly, arise and say unto you, achieve both weddings, unite yourselves with both. 40 when, beware, beware, I say, lest ye seek of the one and lose the other. 40 by death stand upright, their head above the heavens, their feet below the house. In the name of the Lord of initiation, amen. I fly and I alight as an hawk, of mother of emerald on my mighty sweeping wings. I swoop down upon the black earth and it gladdens into green at my coming. 3 children of earth, rejoice, rejoice exceedingly, for your salvation is at hand. The end of sorrow is come. I will ravish you away into mine unutterable joy. I will kiss you and bring you to the bridal. I will spread a feast before you in the house of happiness. I am not come to rebuke you or to enslave you. I bid you not turn from your voluptuous ways, from your idleness, from your follies. But I bring you joy to your pleasure, peace to your languor, wisdom to your folly. All that ye do is right, if so be that ye enjoy it. I am come against sorrow, against weariness, against them that seek to enslave you. 11. I pour you lustral wine, that giveth you delight both at the sunset and the dawn. Come with me, and I will give you all that is desirable upon the earth, because I give you that of which earth and its joys are but as shadows. They flee away, but my joy abideth even unto the end. I have hidden myself beneath a mask. I am a black and terrible God. With courage, conquer, and fear shall ye approach me. Ye shall lay down your heads upon mine altar, expecting the sweep of the sword. But the first kiss of love shall be radiant on your lips, and all my darkness and terror shall turn to light and joy. Only those who fear shall fail. Those who have bent their backs to the yoke of slavery until they can no longer stand upright, them will I despise. But you who have defied the law, you who have conquered by subtlety or force, you will I take unto me, even I will take you unto me. 20, I ask you to sacrifice nothing at mine altar. I am the God who giveth all. In the name of the Lord at initiation, amen. And I fly and I lie as a hawk of mother of emerald on my mighty sweeping wing. I swoop down upon the black earth, and it gladdens into green at my coming. Ooh. Free children of earth, rejoice, rejoice exceedingly, for your salvation is at hand. Ooh. The end of sorrow is come. I will ravish you away into mine unutterable joy. I will kiss you and bring you to the bridal. I will spread a feast before you in the house of happiness. I am not come to rebuke you or to enslave you. I bid you not turn from your voluptuous ways, from your idleness, from your folly. But I bring you joy to your pleasure, peace to your languor, wisdom to your folly. All that you do is right, if so be that ye enjoy it. I am come against sorrow, against weariness, against them that seek to enslave you. I pour you lustful wine that giveth you delight both at the sunset and the dawn. 12, come with me, and I will give you all that is desirable upon the earth. Because I give you that of which earth and its joys are but as shadows. have hidden myself beneath a mask. I am a black and terrible god. With courage cool like fear, shall ye approach me? Ye shall lay down your heads upon mine altar. Expecting the sweep of the soul, but the first kiss of love shall be radiant on your lips. And all my darkness and terror shall turn to light and joy. Only those who fear shall fail, those who have bent their backs to the yoke of slavery until they can no longer stand upright. Then will I despise. But you who have defied the law, you who have conquered by subtlety or force, you will I take unto me, even I will take you unto me. 20 I ask you to sacrifice, nothing at mine altar. I am the God who giveth all. Oh. Oh. Came the deepest breath of the day. Hold it, count it in your shade. King chess. 1, 2, 3. You stay. 10, not 11. 10, not 9. Inhale all the light, all the air, all the soil, all the light. Fill every quiet corner inside. Let it go. 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 Let it go. Go. You've been saving every small regret, stuffed in the attic of your ribs. Now they rattle as the seconds stretch. 4, 5, 6. Forget. 10, not 11. 10, not 9. your fingers loosen, all that weight falls back to earth. Inhale all the light, all the air, all the soil, all the light. Fill up and surrender the fire. Let it go. 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 Go.
Pepper implodes.
Would regime was after it couples and they find out that what the regime done, I believe the majority of them are also up from that list, and I think a minority of that 5 million gonna be the activists that we need to be dealing with.
Well, good Shabbos, everybody. Rabbanu Shalom, another Shabbos miracle. We're about to liberate Iran once and for all. Finally, 40, 50, 60 years in the making. It only took one man made of orange and two giant balls of steel. Strength and courage. Massive testicles. Huge balls.
Wait a minute, he had no justification to go in there because the world should just be full of peace and love. And if we just be peaceful with the mullahs, I'm sure they'll be peaceful with us. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta just show love and then give them money. And I'm sure they'll be friends with us. What do you think? What do you think? You think that'll work?
Well, it works with Israel.
I have no idea what you said.
What do you mean it works with Israel, though?
No. I'm trolling. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
No. Honey, listen. I support.
No, but Othello said that comment. What did you mean by that?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It means that we give them money and they're friends with us.
But they don't want the money.
Hold on. Like, you're still going on about this misconception, and you've been educated about it so many times. You don't give Israel nothing. Like, do you understand that?
Educated.
What Israel? So what the United States gives to Israel? Israel gives back 10 times the amount of what they actually get, and the amount of money that is given to Israel has to be spent in the United States of America, up to 94%. And as of at the end of this year, it'll be 100% of it. It creates jobs. It stimulates your economy. You understand that, right? And in exchange, Israel gives technology, intel to the United States of America that's valued 10 times the amount of money that's in exchange. What has any other country, what has Gaza given back to the United States of America? What has Ukraine given back to the United States of America? What have all these countries given back to the United States of America?
So
I want to know.
you're saying that Israel has given over $300 billion to the United States of America?
More.
Oh.
More.
In what way?
Oh,
And
God.
intel and technology. Like
Rattle
what?
it off.
I guess that.
Mm-hmm.
It's sickening how uneducated you guys are. Like, it's really scary, bro. That you're gonna have children one day, and they're gonna be learning from you, and you're gonna be trying to educate children with these mush brains. Like, it's so sad that you guys think I can hear stories that you guys believe that the United States funds the healthcare system inside Israel.
You're gonna have to show me some sources to where Israel has.
I don't even have to. You can do it yourself. Go on ChatGPT right now. Go on any Perplexity. Go on Grok. Go on anything. Google. Find out how the funding works with Israel, and then ask how much money is Israel giving back, or with technology and intel and all kinds of innovations, and then ask what Ukraine or Uganda or Gaza, any of these countries, ask them what they're giving back to the United States. You're gonna see zero, big zippa, nothing. And then ask what the Americans value, what they get back from Israel, what that's valued at, and you're gonna be shocked. It's actually sad, brother.
So we give them money to buy things from us.
No, that's not how it works either. So say you give Israel $1 billion. Israel now has to spend it in the United States of America. And what they do is, so they'll build weaponry that they buy back from the United States of America. Like, it's scary how uninformed you guys are. And I listen to it day in and day out. And you guys are so convinced about it. That's the scary part. You're convinced about bullshit. You can do a simple search.
It doesn't
matter.
They still benefit.
Listen, BB, listen. I wake up every morning.
From the money.
Hold on.
Are you joking? Do you know how much you guys benefit from the money? Do you know how much the United States of America benefits from having Israel as an ally?
Listen.
You're going to say nothing.
They still get the money, right? And in the end, they get military devices and gadgets.
Are you? That's the see again, you're sick in your head. Do you know the technology that Israel has given to the United States and their F-35s and all their airplanes and all their fighter jets and all their armory and all their equipment? Do you understand the technology that Israel gives to the United States of America that you benefit from?
It's not only that.
It's so
It's not only that, BB. What happens is when Israel bought the F-35s in the United States, they bought them stripped out. And Abby mentioned this earlier. And what happened is they bought them stripped out and they put in their own technology. After they come back and they showed Israel the type of technology they put in and they showed its capabilities in war, they saved actually America billions of dollars in tech, having to do research and development and actually having to, make their jets capable of having this technology to fight in a war and to be proven to have air superiority in the sky. So that people don't realize how much the R&D that comes into, this stuff as well, right? It's billions of dollars a year.
There's a new technology that they just developed where it's the guidance on how the plane flies itself and also how missiles are directed comes through the helmet of the pilot and just the movement of the head of the pilot and can direct the actual targeting of missiles, and it's pretty extraordinary stuff. I mean, that's just like one thing I just saw an R&D on, but yeah.
No, I want to bring up too because Harry brought it up like 4 months ago, and it was actually pretty amazing. And then the people in the room didn't realize how powerful of the statement what he made. And I still think about it today. And if I ask guys like Othello or any of these people that hate Israel just because they want to, because they think it's the fucking going trend. It's because Tucker Trump is too. Yeah, well, you guys believe that the whole world is against Israel, but little do you know. Do you know how many countries are doing deals with Israel right now? Like Ireland, like China, like all these countries that you think hate Israel. But but economically, they're in bed together. But you Clubhouse fucking losers don't know that. I remember that day Harry rhymed off like 20 countries and how much money they were spending. Israel was spending with them and they were spending with Israel. And people in the room were like, oh. And it's so fucking, it's actually so annoying to hear you guys talk like this. Because it's sad, man. You're the parents of the future generation. And you're so, like, ill-informed and uneducated. I'm not trying to be like, I'm not trying to insult you in any which way. I wish you could learn and actually do some research instead of going into echo chambers like Amir's rooms, and all you're doing is being indoctrinated with bullshit and lies, and it's just being regurgitated. And then the problem is you end up regurgitating at another stage, and then people just don't say nothing. They don't speak up on it because they're like, it's not worth the argument. But to me, it is. Because I'm really serious. You're the future generation of the next children. And if you're going to be educating them like that, we're in big fucking trouble. Because you're so ill-informed. It's scary. Please, my brother. Just do a simple search on what Israel gives back to the United States
I just
and
put
how
something-
the funding works.
I just put something in the chat. It's too long to read, and it's actually old, so it hasn't been updated. I think it's probably 5 or 6 years old. And it came about when there was the concept of boycotting, and it just showed like what happens if you boycott, like what you have to give up, including we could start with the cell phones that you're on and the Pentium chips, and then just so some of it is now there's new technology, but even if you just read the part about the medical and the medical devices, and God forbid any of you have kidney issues and need dialysis or any of the medications.
Mothers with breast cancer.
Yeah, I mean, so I put it in the chat. It's I don't know. It's an older document. There's newer stuff, but it just gives you an idea. This is also the country that had how many? 25 Nobel prizes.
Just last year
Bro,
alone.
what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, and this is not a
3,800
to do a commercial for.
just last year alone.
Yeah, I mean, so it's just the point that yes, there's a lot provided back, and outside of just the military and the intelligence information given back, there's just a lot of ingenuity that comes back into the United States. That was the point of it.
And it's sad because I always get these like Jew haters and Israeli haters every day because I just tell them, why stop supporting Israel right now. Stop. And they all scream, we don't support it. You're on this app, you're supporting Israel. You're supporting Israel.
Is Joseph Camp such a leader?
Wow.
And he's gonna have some real legal issues. I mean, he's a leaker. Some big time legal issues right now.
Maybe I would even know more about this. Did he also vote for support Bernie Sanders as well?
Yes, he was a Democrat and a Sanders supporter. I mean, this guy's like all over the
It
place.
sounds like he was not very well vetted, and that's how he ended up in the position
Yeah,
he's in.
This is the head of our counterterrorism, and he has
Yeah, it's frightening,
nothing
isn't
to
it?
say about Israel. You know,
Well, he had a lot to say
he's in the meetings.
if in a few months ago in a different position. I mean, the guy's kind of all over the place. But I think he's gonna have some legal issues. We'll be reading about it.
I don't think with his role and he was supposed to focus on counterterrorism, but he had someone above him. It was also narcotics, right? So when you're talking about what he was read into completely, it's not he's not going to know as much as a lot of people would think because they keep their silence and information, operational security, like they just keep it OPSEC. So that way it's like need to know basis. So of course there's some assumptions knowing that he knows some things that are going on, but if you look at his actual role, he's counter narcotics, right? So what was leaked, and I don't know, I was talking to Cindy Abby stuff about it last night. Remember when there was a leak and the press got it, but they did not print it or go forth with an article because they did not want to put the service members at risk.
Yes.
So that's what that issue was right there. So that's why it's interesting to me. Are you making this decision based on your own personal reasons, right? Which you do, that's fair, but then are you also looking at yourself and saying, are you highly sensitive to the fact or the thought of losing service members due to your own spouse, who was a CIA operative that was killed in I believe in Afghanistan? So it's kind of like, well, then what are we doing here then? Why is he doesn't see that he has that pair of sunglasses on, that he's not really processing it through, because I'm sure he has to be sensitive of that. And he mentioned that in his little, farewell, this is the reason why I'm going. But I don't think he was in the right silo. No, I didn't. And I didn't.
Tucker Carlson?
No, I didn't on purpose, because I wanted to get some, without all of that, I wanted to just say what his role was, and then I wanted to be able to. So, but I will. Thank you.
And also, let's be clear here. Like, we've seen this with Marjorie Taylor Greene. We've seen this with Liz Cheney. We've seen this with a bunch of other people. Like, oh look, Joe Kent is suddenly the darling of the mainstream media. You gotta ask yourself, why is that? It's like, well, he's somebody who was that the mainstream media, the liberal mainstream media, can attach to the Trump administration and say, oh look, this person disagrees with the Trump administration, right? And again, the mainstream media hated Marjorie Taylor Greene until she decided that she didn't like Trump anymore. The mainstream media they do this all the time. Liz Cheney is a perfect example. As soon as she was on as soon as she spoke ill of Trump on January 6th, I mean, look, you had John McCain's daughter, Meghan McCain, who hated Trump so much and look, she has her reasons, I'm not going to say that, but she ended up landing a seat on the frickin' View. So, this is a media tactic, I understand where people, Tucker Carlson has his own thoughts on Donald Trump as well, right? So, all of a sudden, Joe Kent leaves the administration, or leaves, close to an administration. Of course, the mainstream media is going to try to tie this to Trump and look at people are doing that in the Trump administration. That's a really, really popular narrative for the Democrats to put out there in the months leading up to a midterm election.
It's not just a narrative. He has a lot to say. From his own words, not even speculation.
But again, the reason he's getting the white glove treatment that he's getting from the mainstream media, and yes, Tucker Carlson, is because he's going against the Trump administration. It's not because he's
he literally was in those meetings. He was the director.
I was in the Trump administration about a bunch of stuff, but I'm leaving for personal reasons. I'm leaving because my life is about to go to birth. You think the mainstream media is going out there and I'm leaving that every single interview show?
We go now to President Trump to get his thoughts on why so many people voted for him when he was clearly the worst possible choice for
The American nation. No, it's not even that. It's Donald Trump and it was literally in his memo, which I've never seen. And so once you put something like that in the memo, the shots are going to come out. What do you say?
But he also closed his salutation it was my distinct honor to serve. The president. Well, I think he said under the Trump administration, or this administration.
That's fine. And so now we hear his story. He couldn't wait. The second day.
But is there a possibility that he's almost too principled? And if you are too principled in a certain factor, then are you not going to be able to do what's best for America?
This is a weird Joe Biden. But he was also under investigation from the FBI way before this. You guys know that, right?
No, I've never heard of that until just recently. That's why I think it's sus.
Well, also he was blocked by the FBI for investigating Charlie Kirk's murder. You said that in the interview.
Which goes to show he was under investigation.
See, when you say he wasn't going to be investigated, Charlie Kirk, they're claiming Israeli involvement. And so, I just find it amazing that birds of a feather flock together. If you're a Jesuit, if you're a Catholic, if you're a Protestant, if you're a Muslim, if you're a Hindu, if you're a Buddhist, if you're a Jew, well, guess what? It turns out that the chimpanzees like to eat with the chimpanzees, and the silverbacks like to eat with the silverbacks, and the orangutans like to eat with the orangutans. That's what they found out from that movie, Planet of the Apes, with Charlton Heston. And all I'm trying to say, Rabbono Shel Olam, is thank God we've got that Second Amendment. Because we know the First Amendment, you can be censored. You can be deplatformed. You can be removed from the public consciousness. But that Second Amendment protects us from real tyrants, real fascists, real communists that are just tyrants, and they're tyrannical. But not Donald Trump, the most glorious prophet of Islam. Many people think Muhammad was the last prophet in the annals of Islamic and Muslim history, but it's actually Donald John Trump, DJT, the glorious orange one. He's liberating the people of Iran minute by minute with American liberators. And as a taxpayer who's already 40 trillion in the hole and 100 trillion in unfunded debt, I say fuck it. What's another 200 billion to liberate 100 million people from a tyrannical government that rules by Islamic dictate instead of laws, like our beautiful First and Second Amendment? So Rabbono Shel Olam, it's another Shabbos miracle. I'm just so happy this room's been going on for so many days. I'm sure there's so many people that have been emotionally devastated by this room. But let's not forget that this app is actually just an emotional medical device technology company. And we humans are so smart, we create ways to upset one another to peak maximum upsetness with the power of our words. Because if you're Jewish and you understand magic like the Kabbalah, well, you'll know that we're actually all just light trolls, or trolling lightly. Kind of like the Miller High Life that I enjoy with an orange juice on the rocks with a little cinnamon on top with the foam. Rabbono Shel Olam, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kiddushanu, b'tzmitzvata v'tzivanu, lahadlik ner shel Shabbat b'nei Pri Hagafen. Everybody, raise it up if you got it. If you got it, raise it up, Rabbono Shel Olam, liberating Iran minute by minute, day by day.
I'm raising my Aperol Spritz. So the person who asked or said that they blocked him from investigating Charlie Kirk's assassination, well, why would they let him? If you look closely at what his role was in DNI under Tulsi, why would he be investigating that? So I haven't heard the interview. I will, but it's interesting that people are like, oh, trying to make another tentacle of doubt. Why would he be given that information or be tasked to do that underneath his role and exactly what agency he's working for? That doesn't make sense.
Why would he bring it up in the interview?
Again, there's a lot of because maybe he wanted to, and maybe he sat there and said, well, that's not under your purview. We already have a team for that. We already have X, Y, and Z. You're not read in on X, Y, and Z. Do you see what I'm saying? When you're counter narcotics, then why are you investigating that? Just in layman's thought term.
You said he was he was the director of the whole operation. What do you mean?
Counter, but his focus. Never mind. I will just say it one more time, and then I'll go.
Where do you see that specific?
Let me Google that for you, Othello.
Exactly. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go on.
I didn't know Clubhouse was a Google search, Othello. You know, if you really think that the Israelis assassinated Charlie Kirk and it wasn't some trans liberal Furby like Kash Patel tells us, well, I don't know what planet you live on where you can't trust the head of the FBI, Othello.
On the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, and it says that in this role, he led the U.S. counterterrorism and counter-narcotics. So I think that's disingenuous to make it seem like he only focused on counter-narcotics.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with the murder of a private citizen?
Thank you.
That's insane, dude. Like, respectfully.
wasn't on government
Well,
property.
you have to look at everything.
He wasn't an asset.
If it's counterterrorism, wouldn't you look at everything?
So if the going narrative on Charlie Kirk was that he was killed by Tyler Robinson, who was a private citizen, what the heck does that have to do with
I can't join the
Well,
President Trump
would
house.
would he be considered, one, would he be considered a domestic terrorist? Two, what if they didn't believe that it was Tyler? Why wouldn't they look at everything?
Right, but again, if what you're saying, you're speaking in doublespeak here, which is, let's just say the running government narrative from the FBI is that Charlie Kirk was killed by a private citizen. So then, therefore, the whole government narrative surrounding this entire thing, the bullshit conspiracy theory is that they're trying to cover up, and their story is that he was killed by Tyler Robinson, and this guy's in the government. He's going, this is not true. I think it was really by Mossad. I think that Charlie Kirk was really killed by Mossad. Then don't you think it would be in their best interest to be like, yeah, you need to go another direction? Again, I don't believe that this to be true. I believe that Charlie Kirk was killed by Tyler Robinson and not by Mossad. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, that I did. Then would the government have every single reason to step in to a guy who's a counterterrorism expert and a drug expert or a narcotics expert and say, hey, there's nothing to see here. This doesn't have to do with counterterrorism. This doesn't have to do with you. This is not in your purview.
No, but I understand that, Philo. Why was he blocked?
That's
Listen,
answering your question.
if he's the director.
No, but being blocked is totally different, guys.
Okay, so if he's the director, he's not going to sit there and look over every death, every single private citizen that is shady. How many people get killed randomly by people?
He wasn't your random private citizen. Right? Come on, he was a huge public figure.
Okay, but listen, never mind. You don't understand how the government works. So I'll just.
Oh, I know. You understand everything on how the government works.
Yes,
Nobody knows nothing. Only you do.
Yes, that's true. I only work for them.
Like how the whole things after the fact were very suspect, and they were blocked from looking into it. Like how he jumped down from the building, and the gun being disassembled and all that stuff. I think that's what he was telling Tucker.
Sure, and you can believe all of that and still acknowledge the fact that this guy who's snooping around the government, who's in counterterrorism and narcotics, and then goes after Charlie Kirk, that somebody in a higher up position might go, yeah, you don't have the purview to go anywhere near that, and then he gets blocked from that. That seems pretty rough.
Chloe wanted me to read for PTR to the room. You guys see it?
Maybe look.
Okay. This is Joe Kent's tweet on, when was it? I'm going to try to find the date here. 1/8/20. 20 what? You know, like I'm missing the rest of the year.
August. It's August.
I mean, this past August. Okay. Definitely, I personally think we should have crushed their ballistic and nuke capes, but Trump has a plan. He has definitely earned the confidence of any clear-eyed observer.
That was at 2020, Abby.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just reading Chloe's. Chloe, do you want to put something else in the chat? The subject was around thanks. I mean, there's all kinds of inconsistent tweets.
Okay, so that came from 2020. Is that what you're saying, KK?
Yes, it's in Chloe's picture.
Okay.
She was just referring to the subject of Iran. It looks like nothing about, you know what I mean? Of course you would want to know his views all the way through. It doesn't matter what year, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, that's part of the whole screening process. They drill you with that to see if there's any personal thoughts or whatever that you could be an actual threat to what the overall mission is for the department. I mean, they screen you like that. It's gnarly. It's not like basic governmental clearance screening.
It's an intense test. It's a very intense test.
And listen, he like everyone else. I don't like when people like dig up these tweets or things from 10, 20, 15 years ago, because people are allowed to change their minds, you know. So I'll go listen to the Hunter Kent interview. Who liked it? Who else? Did you guys like it or what?
I think Beaver did it. You watched the whole thing or no?
I watched most of it. I wasn't giving it my 100% attention, but yeah, the main things were, I think he didn't think that it was an imminent threat. Iran was an imminent threat, and then they also mentioned he was blocked from investigating Charlie Kirk. I think those are the two takeaways, really, and it wasn't really any groundbreaking.
And well, he also said that Charlie Kirk stopped him in the Oval Office and said, "You have to make sure that we do not go to war with Iran."
Yeah, he did say something like that. Yeah, that's true.
And just to be clear here, if you start a sentence with, "I think the Jews are responsible for blank," that gets you a spot on Tucker Carlson in 2026.
Did he say Jews?
I'm just saying. Like Tucker, I used to have a lot of respect for Tucker. I don't anymore.
So the way I think this guy is probably puts the media in a real tough position is because he's an 11-time combat vet, and that really gives you like a prestige that it makes it really tough. Even if if he's probably wrong about something, it's like, how do we handle this? Because who would be harder to criticize than someone like that? Like, even if the points on their merit don't stand.
Someone that was in those meetings. Like he's
I'm saying though, but they have to really be delicate with how they criticize him.
But the media is not criticizing Joe Kent, though. They're looking at him with a newfound respect because he dared to go against the Trump administration. So the media, he's a darling of the media right now.
Right. I should have said the right media, like the right side media, and maybe the administration and whatnot. They got to be really.
Hey, Beaver. Hey, I just want to let you know I'm not discrediting his service, but your statement of 11-time deployment. I want you to understand. I knew Marines that had over 18 deployments, but they were mechanics on a FOB. So just putting that out there.
Yeah, he lost his wife too, right? I'm just saying, that's probably part of I don't know, they probably consider this how they respond to whatever allegations he make.
He was a paramilitary officer.
But what right-wing media is using, is going hands-off with him right now? Like Fox News? The Trump administration's obviously pissed at him because they think he was a Laker. So they're not going gloves off. And then the left-wing media and Tucker Carlson, again, this guy's trying to drum up conspiracies about Charlie Kirk. Of course Tucker's going to go nuts about it. Again, I'm trying to figure out who it is that is trying to go be careful with this guy. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying.
Has he gone on with Sean yet? Has he, Sean Ryan? I think Sean might be kind of, pluck his brain better, switch him up, and see what his narratives are.
Obviously Tucker's anxious to have this guy on. He's going against the Trump administration, and Tucker has been very, very openly against the war in Iran. So this guy's going, and again, the mainstream media, your CNNs, your kind of legacy media, of course they're going to be excited about this guy.
Yeah, all initial, the very first, because that's the hot booking, right? So when especially for Hunter's team, that's the hot booking. Everybody wants him to have the first interview. But then why Hunter? Why did he say yes to Hunter? Because he knew Hunter was going to be a little bit more open to everything that he's going to have to say, because he knew Hunter would like what he said, right? Why didn't he even just have do his own video or whatnot and share what he wanted to share? But I think it's interesting. One, he went directly first to Hunter, and then two, the speed of it. like going from there to that, like regardless if you're now a civilian, you're no longer a governmental employee, you still have to adhere to a lot of the security rules of what you can say, what you can't say, to include like what you write down on books as well. That has to always be cleared as well. So I think it's kind of odd that you would go like the next day.
So you're saying you're talking about Tucker, not Hunter. I'm hearing Hunter.
Sorry. I'm doing
Tucker. Okay.
at one time.
Oh no, you're good.
Tucker.
Is Tucker a part of any legacy media? He's not, right? Like he went straight to like the podcast realm.
No, he was at Fox News for.
He was on CNN for a long time, and Fox.
But he's on his own now, right?
Yeah, it was sort of. Yeah, more or less he's on his own, depending on who you ask. But yeah, more or less he's on his own.
Straight to a podcaster instead of going through legacy media.
I would be very hesitant to call Tucker an independent journalist at this point, considering who he's allegedly taking a crap load of money from. Cough, Qatar, cough.
Well, I got a question. No one saw this coming. Like this is almost like if Kash Patel would have defected, which I don't think he ever will. Didn't he make like a book of himself as like some dragon protecting Trump? I don't think he'd ever do that.
I got a question.
If they find a market, like if Tucker finds a market where if he starts criticizing Israel or whatever, and he's like, wow, look at my numbers, kind of thing, or Candace Owens, and they find this niche, that could explain it. Sorry, go ahead, Father.
The numbers he's generating big numbers because it's sensational. It's not any different than the National Enquirer.
What are you guys' thoughts on the news that I received that the CIA was wanting to kill Tucker for whatever reason? I mean, does anybody know exactly what that's all about?
The CIA.
Sensational National Enquirer.
Is that coming from Father?
I don't know. Let me talk.
Tucker said it. Tucker came out and said it.
Yeah.
And doesn't Candace Owens also think that there's all this
the Jewish Bible ends,
right
or something like that?
I don't know. I just wish her a yeast infection. If I have like all this power as a Jew, that's what I wish upon her for the rest of her life. And him, I wish jock itch to him.
Wow. Maybe that's why Candace is always screaming.
But you liked Tucker at one point and Candace Owen, no? Or maybe not. Just correct me.
What?
Did you like Tucker and Candace at one point?
I mean, I used to watch him on Fox.
Yeah.
I always thought he was a bit smug. Like, I'm a Hannity person. I like him much more. I loved O'Reilly when he was on. I'm sure you guys can jump on me and say that he was bad, but I really liked him.
I love O'Reilly.
Yeah, Tucker was. He was really good. And Tucker was never my favorite. I just felt he was smug, and she. I don't know. I didn't really. I mean, I was never ingratiated by it, but maybe other people were. But somehow she really shifted.
She was really, really good for a period of time. So she was really bad when she started. She actually went on Rogan, and he absolutely destroyed her in a podcast. She really didn't know her stuff at all. And then to her credit, she got educated. She read a lot, got really, really interesting, and read up a lot, and became, with the Brexit movement and all this kind of stuff, was a really interesting figure in American politics. She joined with TPUSA at this point and was, I would say, shadowing Charlie Kirk, but there was rumors that the two of them were together and all this other type of stuff. But anyway, she was well connected with Turning Point USA and became a lot more mainstream and became a mainstream political figure. That she joined Daily Wire for a while, and then at a certain period of time, you can all make your assumptions as to why it was or whatever. But she just completely went off the rails and became just embroiled in so
Did they have a falling out, Ben? Ben Shapiro? What happened there?
This is what you will, but what I think ended up. Again, this is just my gut reaction, and again, this is tabloid stuff. My gut reaction is she made a move on Charlie. He refused her and ended up dating the blonde chick, and that pissed her off, and that led to their falling out. But there's a lot of speculation as to why she left. then obviously, like I said, she ended up with Daily Wire with Ben Shapiro's organization. So, and that ended.
I loved her Kamala series. Her Kamala series was spot on. It was so good.
She's done some amazing work. She really has.
KK, did you like the Macron thing? Like, what were you? Did you like that?
What was that? I'm sorry.
The stuff she did on Brigitte Macron.
Yes, that was good too. She brought all the receipts and facts, and I like doubled down and looked into it myself, and like, oh yeah, she's right. Timeline, yep.
Is it a man, you said?
Yeah. His name is Jean-Michel.
Jeez. But like, where did these folks? Did they start creeping in the QAnon territory at that point? Like, I kind of dished Candace Owen and Tucker Carlson, probably for the most part, probably the last 2 years. I mean, no different than I dished Fox News 5 years ago. Like, I just dished all those people because they're all beholden to something. You know what I mean? They all go, like Abby's saying, it's all essentialism and clicks and money, and they're not really. At some point, it's almost like they don't believe what they're saying. I mean, I don't even know. Like, I just gave up on that. You know what I mean? Like, at one point, it felt like they were organic, right, Ben? I mean, it felt like it was. Well, like, they were really doing reporting. Like, it was real. You know what I mean? Now they're all fighting. At that point, Ben, they were all fighting over who could be the most salacious right-winger at that point until they ran into Nick Fuentes like Candace Owen did and realized it was a game for it. You know what I mean?
So here's my thoughts on Tucker. So Tucker was, again, we all know his background at MSNBC and then Fox and all that, and then he got fired from Fox and then started his own organization. He's actually from where I live up here in Maine, and I actually had a conversation with Pepe about this morning, actually, and Tucker was really, really interesting for a period of, I don't know, about 6 months or so, because he, like, it was, here's a journalist who has really deep embedded ties into the Trump administration, et cetera. His son works for J.D. Vance. Like he's somebody who's really, really, really interesting perspectives on a wide variety of issues. And now that he's fully independent and not beholden to anybody, you can actually hear kind of a peek behind the curtain. And so that was kind of like, oh my gosh, wow, this is going to be really, really good. And he became really, really popular for that reason. He's like, I'm starting my own YouTube channel. I'm going to do this stuff. Like, it's going to be long frame kind of stuff like this. And it's going to be content around whatever it was, once a week or something like that. And he would just come out and talk about the news of the day, but doing it from a really, really fascinating perspective. And it really was much watched journalism. And I don't know at what point this happened, how far along into this process. He had the awesome opportunity to interview Vladimir Putin and fly to Russia. And when he did, it was like, okay, here's an opportunity for an independent journalist who's not beholden to a network to really ask hard-hitting questions of this pseudo-dictator in Russia. And what it was a cupcake dog and pony show for how great Russia was. I don't know how else to call it that. If you watch the documentary and come away with anything else.
Yeah, I watched that. Then you realize that the words he chooses to say over there, they can hold them.
No doubt.
You're worth that. You're worth that.
No doubt. But also with like the grocery store scene of that I think it was towards the end of it, where he kept talking about how lovely it was and all this kind of stuff. And then even more recently, he bought a house in Qatar, which, like, there's a bunch of other stuff where it suddenly became like, well, wait a second. The entire brand of Tucker post Fox was the fact that he's an independent he is an independent journalist and he's not beholden to anybody. And then all of a sudden it became, wait a second, is he beholden to anybody? And who is supporting him and who is funding him? And I'm sorry, he started pushing conspiracy theories. He started pushing he wasn't just quote unquote asking questions anymore. He was asking questions and pushing narratives. So again, if you like Tucker, if you want to watch the show regularly,
Ribono Shalom, is this the Tucker Carlson complaint hotline?
Who did he use for a recommendation for his son? Was it Hunter Biden that he was friends with? And then he was always bashing the Biden family. Or am I misremembering this? I thought he used someone for a recommendation for his son to get into school somewhere.
I know that his son is working. I know one of his sons, anyways, is working for is a like press secretary or something like that for her Vance. Thank you for the vice president.
When I look at the Tucker Carlsons, when I look at the Candace Owens, when I look at the Charlie Kirks, and most recent Joseph Kent, there seems to be a growing movement of right-wingers that want to, I guess, scale back their support for Israel. And that's what I'm seeing growing on that side. So it's interesting that those two would connect, and that
Othello, if it ain't Jews, it ain't news. Come on, Othello. It's fucking propaganda. They're content pushers. They push content.
Let Othello finish. Othello, go ahead, finish.
And so for Joseph Kent to be in such a high position, director of counterterrorism, not just like somewhere in the office, the director of it, and to come out and push these sentiments, which at one point in time was considered crazy when Candace Owens says it, but to literally put it in his memo after being in those meetings, there seems to be this growing movement where people feel like they're not putting America first. And these are right-wingers. And I don't know what it's going to morph performance into.
There's some investigation, Othello, yeah? There's a Qatar connection, a big Qatar connection. And I think that as this gets investigated, as Tucker gets it, there's just stuff they're finding. But there may be that common denominator. You see that common denominator in a lot of the issues in the universities.
Brian Drew here, coming in from the comptroller's office in downtown Chicago.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
On to November. Now let's just say this out loud. Working families in Illinois are getting crushed right now.
As this investigation goes forward, we're going to learn more. But there's definitely that common denominator.
Checking boxes for the political insiders.
The question, what do you guys think of Sean Ryan? Because I truly enjoy him because he's had pretty diverse group of individuals that came on, and he's been pretty independently aggressive with individuals.
I don't know who he is. If you want to jump in.
Yeah, Sean Ryan.
He's a former Navy SEAL, I believe.
Yeah, former Navy SEAL. He was a Navy SEAL. He got out. He ended up making my new career in the CIA, and then he got fired because he did drugs, and he admitted to it, and he went to independent journalist, and he ended up having a lady who was a campaign fundraiser for Joe Biden, and she ended up spilling a lot of the guts, and the lady got targeted by the far left Democrats. But yeah, Sean Ryan show. I'll try and drop a link.
See, Abby, I think you're kind of deflecting with regards to what Othello is trying to put forward. Othello, why don't you go ahead and say the quiet part out loud that you're referring to?
I just noticed patterns. And
this pattern
thing just blew everything out of the water.
You're a pattern recognition person. That's interesting. I think most people recognize patterns.
Megatron, we're having a tough time here. Megatron! You slow down just a little bit, I think we can hear you. You just start cracking up.
Yeah, and try not to be so triggered.
Alright, I might be restarting the room because this thing's kind of, jacked up right now.
Hey, Jack.
Not you. People have been removed at one point. I don't even know. This is from last night when I think I modded everybody. We were talking about the situation that happened last time. And it's getting weird numbers in the hallways. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right. So I might just go into solo mode and just throw up a room, guys. Maybe give me half hour or so. Need to do one or two things, but I appreciate it. This is actually another room that went a whole, basically almost 2 days. So that's pretty good. That's pretty funny how we just do that. But
been some of the funnest rooms, bro, in a long time.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah, it's been fun.
Kind of like the old days, Jack, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, exactly.
Matt, I think Sarah has a lot of people blocked. So just for future reference, and you think maybe.
Well, we got a new game plan, and you'll probably see what will happen here. We're going to give it a try, and hopefully it works. No guarantees, but I think the extended rooms seem to be a pretty big hit, right? I mean, it seems like everybody just wants a room to hang out in at any hour and see their favorite characters show up and make a mess of it. So, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to do that and close down. Everybody go get drinks, do whatever you need to do.
Basketball.
Yeah, I'm actually watching that in the distance here. I haven't had a chance to watch any of it.
I'm totally the only person right now watching NBA right now.
Beaver, what do you think of St. Louis?
I was going to say, Miss KK, I sent you a message last night. I was told by the military community to reach out to you. So, yeah, just figure let you know, Miss KK.
Are you killing the room now, Matt, or are you keeping it open until you open the other one?
Oh, no, I'll close it down completely.
Okay.
And, Beaver, did you want to answer Abby's question?
Yeah, because they looked really good, so I can still do a futures on them. You know, like with crazy odds.
I think Michigan will probably kill them, but you know it is March Madness, so I don't want to tell you one way or the other. But I would say I don't think they can get past Michigan.
It's 30,000 to 1.
Oh, it's a 30,000 sports better, Abby, but that's kind of funny. That's awesome.
That's funny. 30,000 to 1.
No, he knows these. There's some like really insane odds on these long shots.
Who do you go through?
Oh, either Station or MGM.
Okay. Fair enough.
I want to let some.
Played really well.
I hate to interrupt, but I want to let some people in this room know that I am reporting you. And the truth is, there are words that we can't say, like the R word, and I am the R word.
Cool. All right. See you guys at the next room / whatever.
I'll see you then, man. Thanks.
God bless, guys.
Is the R word retard?
I am retarded.
All right, y'all. What happened with H-X? Oh, is H-X still there? I didn't even see him on stage.
Awful, horrible, terrible. It's just so awful, bro, that you had this terrible room for like 3 days straight. There were so many awful, horrible, terrible people that came in here that just made it such an awful, horrible, terrible experience. But I'm sure we're going to meet some...
Bitch ass. You're a bitch ass. Get over it. You're a bitch ass.
I have Oddcheck on record roasting me for the Chicago mayoral campaign. And he's like, no one's going to trust you, bro, because I have no faith in you and I wouldn't vote for you. It is the funniest interaction, and I am using it in my campaign materials. Thank you, Dr. Oddcheck.
He's an amazing man. Amazing man. He's royalty on the app.
He's fearless. This man is fearless. I would go to war with him. He would be unstoppable. I would promote him to a 5-star general of the South Sudanese army if I could.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
He'd be a nurse at best.
See you guys.
I live currently in Philly, so I congregate.
Stinning, Callie, however you say it. Rabbona Shalom. I'm laughing about the collectibles market because I have this Donald Trump, Make America Great Again hat. And in the future, I can already people saying like, "Oh, he's got that." It's like you don't know what a collectible is. It's called the collectibles marketplace, not the complaint marketplace. Oh.
I read the room in seconds, count exits with my eyes. I finish every sentence before it even arrives.
Okay, so you want some more Clubhouse? Let's see what we can find. Let's see what Megatron can find. We found it.
Yeah, I'm fine with chicken.
Somebody just gonna drag hard.
Get out there now before this man do some investigation of who I am.
This is Megatron.
Nigga, Megatron came on here with the super troll. Yo, bro, it's Friday. I get it. What's going on, Megatron?
Are you the commander of Megatron?
Nah, we're not doing this tonight, bro. You gonna act normal. I don't know who you are, but you gonna act normal.
I am here to speak with the Supreme Commander and Master of Megatron.
This is breath ass. Not breath ass. Thank you, breath ass. Metal smelling breath ass. Megatron breath ass. Yo, Megatron, Joe smelling ass. Diesel food smelling ass.
You don't get garlic on your cheese pizza.
Why are Americans so weird, man? Shut the fuck up, Megatron.
You smelled the inside of a female.
What was the last time you smelled the inside of your shoe?
Yeah, my son is an asshole. Yo, Megatron.
It's
What's
because
the last porno you watch? I know you got a fucking crazy history. You're kind of wild. You're acting kind of wild tonight, Terrell.
Damn.
Nah, I'm just saying. Yo, Megatron.
Sounds to me like you need to go out and try to meet some people. Try to get on Hinge and meet a beautiful woman. Maybe go on Bumble.
I know the history on your cookies look crazy. You probably be watching all type of shit, bro. Yo, Megatron, tell us, bro, what type of porno you be watching?
You're projecting.
I'm not projecting. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, to be honest with you, I'll probably be done called a 25-year-old right now. But, yo, Megatron,
Nick
for you to
Sal.
be doing what you doing right now, you ought to be spanking your monkey every night. So what's going on? What type of porno you be watching, bro?
Nick Sal of Negatron. Nick Sal of Negatron.
Oh, shit. No, this is wild. Yo, Megatron, what's going on, man?
I'm just here to have open discussions with future slaves.
How many people in your home right now? How many people?
Name of this room is called Open Discussions.
Yo, Megatron, you hear me, man?
I have perfect
You got
hearing because
Transformers next to you, man. You got
I am from a.
alphabet people next to you.
I am from a solar system 100,000 light years away. I have been battling Optimus Prime for the past 2 millennia. And you think that you're going to tell me on a Friday evening, you Nixal, that you are here for open discussions? I am here to plan for the invasion of your planet.
Ain't getting his shit hard, bro. Yo, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I got a few joints that you. Where you live at, Megatron? Where you live at?
I was born in. He kicked me.
Thank you.
Too late.
Buddy was burning my ears up.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen.
You sound like.
Yeah. Well, if that is the case, then that changes things. Because I feel like if he was just saying that you commit the fallacies, like you commit a Mountain Belly fallacy, and then you guys questioned him, then yeah, I would say that he could identify the structure without knowing which one is the belly or the Mott. But then if he specifically said, do you know what a Mott and belly is?
Exactly. That was.
I never said no. I never said, do you know what a Mott and Bailey is? No. Yes. I said, do you know what a Mott and Bailey fallacy is? No.
No. He said, do you know what a Mott and Bailey fallacy is?
Yes.
That's the word.
Not what a Mott and Bailey is.
Correct. He said, you know what a Mott and Bailey fallacy is? And I said, what is the bid? Or where was the bid? He said, I don't know what a Bailey is. So, in that argument, so is the fallacy wrong?
Well, it's difficult because you're. I feel like.
Bima, think of me and Gabriel thoughts, man.
Bima, this is Megatron. I have come to enslave planet Earth from low IQ socialists like yourself. You are easy pickings. Silence yourself. This is Megatron speaking.
Oh my!
I have been battling Optimus Prime for the past 1,000 years across the solar system.
Israeli-Palestinian fucking conflict. Why are you not? You should not be on fucking Clubhouse, okay?
No one here cares about your consent agreements and your stupid power words. You are weak, Bima, and you will be our slave. But Optimus Prime is standing in our way from total decimation of your planetary system. And Chillism and Nathan the artist, the low IQ zombie of Clownhouse who can't stop creating these brain rot rooms, we will enslave him too.
I knew it was Kitover. Kitover, do you know what? I was going to say this has to be Kitover, but you gave away one of your phrases. You gave yourself right away. Okay, do you want to hang out or do I have to move you? Okay, hang out. Hang out. So this is my
assemble.
So this is who is that your son? Kitover?
That is Optimus Prime, my arch nemesis. I have been battling him for 1,000 years.
Okay, so this is ultimately what's going on. I think
this is a bigger conflict.
Incan can absolutely
spans gap.
Mute Optimus Prime. Mute him.
Is this Kitover and Goo?
Next time Optimus Prime opens his mouth, mute him or put him in the goo where he belongs.
Circumstantial
Tell me why. Go ahead.
Yeah, hold on. So Bima, acknowledge that at the very beginning of his statement, he says, do you know what knowledge does? Right? So he's not actually addressing an argument that knowledge is made at all, but what he's doing right now is setting him up to insult him by placing a quote-unquote fallacy there to his pattern of behavior. So this is the first unfortunate mistake that he made here, right? Do you agree or disagree?
I heavily disagree.
Not you.
No.
You don't know.
Let me prove it. Your knowledge, are you there?
What's going on?
Your knowledge, are you there?
You think
your knowledge. Can you get off the mic real quick? I just want to bite this in the ass real quick.
honey.
No knowledge. Get off my
Stop taking care of your business.
Anyway.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Oh, give me a second.
Hey, give us.
All right. Appreciate it. That's really
There you go.
I'm blind.
Come on, you. Oh, with the wipe. Okay, gotcha.
To prevent somebody else from speaking. God damn.
Oh my God, bro. You honestly hear when Don is up here, bro. Holy shit, bro.
All right, Bima, check this out, right? So we know that there's like this line of protection, and I just ran this, right? So like, it's pretty clear that he is trying to insult knowledge's good name. Okay? So this is like when I use the word authority, it's because he's positioning himself as a know-it-all. Like he knows
That's not
about
true.
knowledge.
I disagree.
Hold on, man.
But you, who have defied the law, you who have conquered by subtlety your force, I am the God who giveth all. 20 I ask you to sacrifice. Nothing at mine altar. I am the God who giveth all. 20 red lines. Life, love, force, fantasy, fire.
He's up to his prime.
These do I bring you. Mine hands are full of these.